Интересные факты об аллигаторах. Аллигатор является официальным животным штата Флорида и талисманом Университета Флориды. Интересно, что аллигаторы живут на планете уже более 200 миллионов лет. Само название «аллигатор» пришло из испанского языка «ел лагарто», что в переводе «ящерица». Китайцы называют своего аллигатора яуланг, что означает «дракон». Интересный факт: аллигаторы используют свои хвосты для строительства крокодильих ям, которые позволяют им запасать воду в период засухи. За всю свою жизнь у аллигатора вырастает от 2 до 3 тысяч зубов. Дело в том, что зубы у аллигатора растут всю жизнь, а всего зубов у него от 74 до 80. Самому старому живому аллигатору, живущему в неволе, 76 лет, он живет в сербском зоопарке. Факт: аллигаторы живут только в пресной воде, крокодилы могут жить в соленой. Аллигаторы в форме буквы А, крокодили в форме буквы С достигают длины 18 метров, 1000 килограммов. Размер мозга с величины мизинца. С таким маленьким мозгом аллигаторы не поддаются тренировке. Находясь в воде, уши закрываются, чтобы в них не попала вода. Глаза направлены в сторону, поэтому перед собой они не видят. Жертву утаскивают в воду и утапливают, сами дышат через нос. Живут до 70 лет.
The alligator is the official state animal of Florida and the mascot of the University of Florida. Interestingly, alligators have been living on the planet for over 200 million years. The name alligator itself comes from the Spanish language, el lagarto, which means lizard in translation. The Chinese call their alligator yao lang, which means dragon. An interesting fact is that alligators use their tails to build crocodile pits that allow them to store water during a drought. Over the course of its life, an alligator grows from 2 to 3,000 teeth. The fact is that the teeth of an alligator grow all his life, and in total he has from 74 to 80 teeth. The oldest living alligator in captivity is 76 years old and lives in the Serbian Zoo. Fact: alligators live only in fresh water, crocodiles can live in salt water. A-shaped alligators, C-shaped crocodiles, reach a length of 18 meters, 1,000 kilograms. The size of the brain with the size of the little finger. With such a small brain, alligators are not trainable. While in the water, the ears are closed so that water does not get into them. The eyes are directed to the side, so they do not see in front of themselves. The victim is dragged into the water and drowned, they themselves breathe through the nose. Live up to 70 years.
Добрый день, дорогие видеозрители. Вот мы во Флориде. Случайно заехали вот на такую ферму аллигаторов. Аллигаторы и крокодилы.
По Миссисипи плывет пирога, в пироге хиппи, их очень много, а за пирогой плывет зеленый аллигатор. Приплыли хиппи к Нью-Орлеану из зеленой аллигатор. Два полицейских в зеленых джипах арестовали тусовку хиппи и аллигатор. Высокие стены и нет лазейки, у каждой двери стоит ищейка. Но знают хиппи, что кроя матом побег готовит аллигатор.
Two American alligators. Alligators are of the crocodilian family. This family dates back 60 million years to the time of the dinosaurs, and were said to reach lengths of about 60 feet. The largest alligator ever caught was back in Louisiana the year 1890. That alligator was 19 feet 2 inches in length. The largest alligator we have on this farm is in that pond over there. That alligator is between 13, 14 feet, over 1,000 pounds, and between 60 and 70 years old. One question I always get, what is the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Does anybody know any differences between the alligator and the crocodile?
Well, the crocodile has a C-shaped mouth, and the alligator has an A shape.
You are right. Different shapes, but the opposite. So the alligator has more of a wider, rounder shape, kind of like a U shape. Crocodile has the narrow, pointy shaped snout, so more like a V shape. But who gets bigger, the alligator or the crocodile? Crocodile, you're right. Crocodiles get bigger than alligators. Who's going to be found in more places of the world, the alligator or the crocodile? Crocodile. Crocodiles are found all over the world. Most of your tropical regions, you can find crocodiles. Alligators are only found in two places. One being right here in the United States, we have the American alligator. There's one more alligator in China, the Chinese alligator. Also, the color is different. When alligators are born, alligators have yellow stripes that run across their entire body. But as they get older and start to mature, the alligator is going to lose all of those yellow stripes, and they become more of a jet black color. Crocodiles are a lighter color, more like a khaki green color. The alligator I'm holding right now, this one is between 2 and 3 years old, and you can see those yellow stripes are pretty much gone, becoming that jet black color. But which one is more dangerous, the alligator or the crocodile? The one that is more dangerous is the one that is close enough to you. They're both pretty dangerous guys. Right here in South Florida, this is the only place in the world where you can find alligators and crocodiles living together. Right here in the Everglades, we have the American alligator and the American crocodile. All right, so we're going to put the baby alligator away for now, moving on to something bigger, or something much bigger. And the techniques I'm going to be showing today, these techniques come from the Seminole and Miccosukee Indians, the natives of Florida. They would capture the alligator because they would eat the alligator at first. The natives, they would capture, kill the alligator, but they did learn killing the alligator was a bad idea, because dragging the alligator home in this hot Florida sun, the meat of the alligator, it starts to spoil very fast. So they had to come up with different ways to bring the alligators home alive. Those are some of the techniques I'm going to be showing today. But before I get a hold of the alligator, if we can, everybody, let's get a big hand for our American alligator. All right, so the alligator I'm using today, this is a male alligator. Between 15 and 20 years old, close to 230 pounds. This alligator is 10 times stronger than me. Nothing that I'm doing today is harming or hurting this alligator. Just going to back him up a little bit so everybody can see the alligator. Alright guys, listen closely. Got the jaws opened up. So anything that touches the inside of the alligator's mouth, the alligator slams those jaws shut right away. So I'm tossing just a little bit of sand in there. The bite force of an alligator this size is going to be around 2,000 to 3,000 pounds per square inch, and that is more than enough power to crack bones and even crush open turtle shells. All right.
Levanta la cama.
And once on the back of the alligator, one stunt that made these shows very famous. That was showing everybody all 80 teeth of the alligator. 40 teeth on the top jaw, 40 teeth on the bottom jaw. If the alligator ever loses a tooth, there is going to be another tooth growing back to replace the missing one. Alligators can go through around 2,000, 3,000 sets of teeth throughout their entire lifespan. If you look closely to the back of the alligator's throat, you can see that it's sealed shut. The back of the alligator's throat is called the glottis. The glottis is used when the alligator grabs its prey outside of the water, drags its prey back into the water, drowns its prey, but not drown itself. At the top of the alligator's snout, the nostrils, the nose of the alligator, alligators can only breathe through their nostrils right there at the top of the snout. They cannot breathe through their mouth like us. The alligator's skull is skin-covered bone. Barely any filling on the skull of the alligator. The eyes are right here, pointed off to the side. And because the eyes are pointed off to the side, alligators cannot see directly in front of them. They can only see off to their sides. Just below the eyes, these little flaps right here, these are the ears of the alligator. When the alligator is underwater, the alligator is going to seal those ears shut so that no water can enter the ear canals of the alligator. Just between the ears at the center of the alligator's skull, right here where I'm pointing my finger, right under there, that's going to be where the alligator's brain is located. The alligator's brain is only around the same size as my thumbnail, which is probably around the same size as my brain for being in here with this alligator, right? With the brain that small, that does mean the alligator is an instinctual animal. You cannot train alligators. The next technique I'm going to show you now, this technique is called bulldogging. The bulldogging technique was used to tie the jaws of the alligator. Sometimes the natives, they would have to go out and hunt alligators alone, and they needed a way to tie the jaws for just one person. That is how they would do it. All right, guys, I don't want to bother him much longer than I have to. So, my favorite part of the show coming up right now. That is getting off the alligator. I want to remind everybody, alligators are not your friends. They're not your buddies, and they make horrible pets. Out in the wild, alligators are fast enough to catch small dogs, small cats, and even small flying birds. Catching one of us is not a problem for an alligator. If you see an alligator, you always keep a safe distance. I want to thank you all for coming out. That does conclude my alligator show. If you enjoyed the show, please feel free to show your appreciation on the way out. Before you leave, guys, I am going to give everybody a chance to hold an alligator. If you would like to hold an alligator, come on down.
Находимся на ферме аллигатора. Помнишь, он только по бокам видит, да? We are at the alligator farm and Zlata is holding. День, дорогие зрители, вот сейчас мы поедем вот на такой вот лодке.
По Миссисипи плывет пирога, в пироге хиппи, их очень много, а за пирогой плывет зеленый аллигатор. стены и нет лазейки. У каждой двери стоит ищейка, но знают хиппи, что трое мата побег готовит аллигатор. По Миссисипи плывет пирога, в пироге хиппи, но их немного, и за пирогой не слышно мата, в тюрьме был съеден.
actually the most seen bird, most common bird out here in the Everglades, guys. Very, very common.
for my first day working here, right? All right, guys, I won't need your headsets anymore. We're gonna pretty much idle down the canal now. So if you guys want to stand up and take your pictures, you are more than welcome to, okay? Remember, if you have any questions at all, just feel free to shout them out. My name's Jose, okay? Yeah, those are just the people that never made it back, guys. Oh, yeah.
Потерянные шапки, lost hats.
Now, guys, talk to you a little bit about the Everglades, about the area you just went through. You notice it was just a big open field full of grass out there. Guys, that's what we call a sawgrass prairie, okay? Vast majority of the Everglades looks just like what you went through right now. Now, it is all fresh water here, guys. There's no salt water at all. There's no tide. The water out here, guys, is based off the rainfall we get, okay? And down here in Florida, there's only two seasons. There's a wet season and a dry season. Right now we're in the wet season, okay? Summertime is where we get most of our annual rainfall. So water levels have gone up a little bit. Underneath the boat right now it's roughly about 2.5 to 3 feet of water. During the dry season, guys, we typically average right around 5 to 6 inches of water, guys, during the dry season.
О, это кто такой? Привет. Страус?
Да, страус.
Как по-английски страус? А?
Нет, не пик.
А, Себастол гис. А вон, смотри, кубанский крокодил, Zlata, Cuban крокодил. Вот здесь вот похоже, должен быть. Вот здесь. Сейчас еще есть время.
Аллигатор, аллигатор,
Некоторые вообще выглядят каменными. назад пошел в воду. Покидаем вот эту ферму аллигаторов. Знаете, как мы выяснили, аллигаторы, они только в двух странах живут, в Китае и в Америке. Крокодилы более часто встречающиеся особи. Прямо и по левую сторону, и по правую сторону целая плантация пальм, да? Кукуруза пошла. Это поля пальм, да, были? Вот по правую сторону это что у нас? Тюрьма, correction center, или как institution, да? Тут видите, тюрьма и колючая проволока. Аж 4 ряда, да? И в 2 стены, в 3 стены. 4 ряда проволоки колючие, 3 стены. И опять целая плантация пальм. И кокосы, да, кокосы.